Greetings, friends. It's Pat coming to you with a new episode of Let's Talk Travel. It has been a while. Let me just say, I'm glad to be back because we took a little break there. I had a travel schedule and we were trying something new, and we just decided I miss doing this and the way we used to do it and the interaction with our viewers. So, hey, we're back and we're going to make this a regular Tuesday night event, much as we have for several years now. Thank you for being out there. We're glad you're here. Tonight, I wanted to talk to you about my experience this past week sailing in the Yacht Club on MSC Seashore. My traveling companions on this trip were my husband Marvin, who is pretty much always along on these U.S. sailings, and my sister Kathy joined us as well. Now, first, just a quick rundown. MSC is a newer player in the Caribbean market. If you're not familiar with it, MSC is Mediterranean Shipping Company is what that stands for. And some years ago, when the daughter of the company president and owner grew up, she wanted to have a cruise line. So poof, they have a cruise line. And they have come over here and they've been in the Caribbean, I think probably, I'm just guessing, ballpark about 6 years. And folks, they're succeeding where others from Europe have notably failed, quite spectacularly, actually. I tried a couple of those sailings and I just thought, oh, no, they're not going to make it. And you know what? They didn't. But MSC has hung in there and they keep tweaking their product so they get it just right for the American market. And I am so glad they have. So, anyway, I don't think it's a surprise to anybody out there who knows anything about the travel industry that occasionally us travel advisors are privileged to get a special offer from time to time from cruise lines or providers or something. And I happened to score one of those with MSC. I've booked a lot of their cruises in the past year, and there was an offer out there. And folks, I tell you, I had to go because I could not have stayed home and bought groceries for us for what I paid for that cruise. Well, that was initially. Then, about 3 weeks out from sail date, along came a special offer to bid for an upgrade. Well, normally we sail in a standard balcony stateroom. That's our kind of our sweet spot. But this was kind of like, I've been wanting to do the Yacht Club. And so an opportunity presented itself to bid for it. And I just jumped on it. And I thought, if there's ever going to be a chance for us to do this, this would be it. And just, about a week out from sail date, I got the news that my offer had been accepted. So we sailed in Yacht Club. Now, what exactly is Yacht Club, you might ask? Well, it is a private access sanctuary, the ship within a ship concept that actually it was Norwegian Cruise Line, I believe, that first pioneered that some years back. And it's caught on, and several of the providers are offering something similar to that these days. And MSC's version is the Yacht Club. So it's a private access key card. You have to use your key card to access. It's not available to the general public sailing. And it's on the seashore. Actually, it has 4 decks. You have one deck that is nothing but staterooms. You have one deck that has the staterooms and the private lounge. You have another deck, the one that we were on, which happened to be deck 18, that has the private exclusive dining room. And then you have the pool deck where the private pool for the Yacht Club guests and the buffet. There's a some hot tubs and various things on there. But it is just, it's just one of those upscale experiences. And I thought, this is just the time for us to do this. But what are the advantages other than just being able to say, I was on the yacht club? Uh, what are the advantages of that? Well, there are, it's basically an all inclusive private enclave. So you have your, it's like it being on a small, intimate vessel, but then right beneath your feet, you have all of the fabulous entertainment and amenities that a large ship offers. So it's kind of, you get the best of both worlds when you do this ship within a ship. Norwegian's brand is called the Haven, and but it's really cool. It is the one of the things that makes it special is its exclusiveness for sure, but it also is all inclusive. You get the premium beverage package, um, your mini bar that's replenished daily. You get a butler. High speed internet is part of the service, room service 24/7, no charge. You get priority seating at any of the premium restaurants that you might want to reserve. There's a concierge desk where they will make any reservations that you might like. Oh, your priority embarkation and disembarkation. So you're one of the, you just easily get on and off of the ship. And you get some special reserved seating at the theater performances. So lots of cool things that are included, that actually, when you add up what you might spend on some of these things, like your beverage packages, so forth, the cost of the yacht club is not that prohibitive, really. It really is a pretty good deal for all you get. So, first, I told you about our fellow travelers. Now, how is it really, though? This is what I've told you, what it all includes, what it's like, what's there. But how is it really when you sail on these? So my sister had a concern. Her big concern was, well, I hope there aren't a bunch of snooty, arrogant people there. That's not going to be very much fun to hang out with those people. Well, she quickly put her fears on that regard to guests. Our fellow guests in the Yacht Club enclave were pretty much just the same people that we would encounter if we had booked our standard balcony, if we'd stayed with that room that we'd originally booked. They're just people that happen to have the money to be able to afford an upgraded experience in the yacht club. But we didn't encounter any of that, uh, you know, people that you might be find them, tiresome. They were all just great people, and we enjoyed the ones we chatted with very much. Now, what did I personally? What do I think of the yacht club? Well, I think it was pretty great. First off, I loved being able to get on board the ship so easily. There's a special area for check-in. You just go in and they kind of seat you, and they take your passports and do their check-in for you. And then the next thing you know, here comes your butler and escorts you to your stateroom. And this actually happens to be a picture of our butler. He came and showed us to the ship. We had just stepped on board at the time I snapped this picture. But what does a butler do? Well, they take care of your room. They take care of any special requests. If you have any clothing that needs pressing, they'll take care of that for you. And it was really nice to see. I was a little concerned. We're not accustomed to having butlers. We just aren't. It hasn't been part of, of our regular way of life. But the service we had the butler, and we also had a junior butler, and she was absolutely delightful. But they take care of your room, they take care of replenishing your mini bar. If you want them to, they'll unpack for you, get your clothes put away. We didn't have them do that. I wanted to be able to find my own clothes, and I really wasn't comfortable having somebody pawing through my lingerie and so forth. So we did our own unpacking, but he would have been happy to have done that as if we had requested. Loved our accommodations on board. It was great to have um, a little more space. It wasn't a huge room. We had this was our bed area, and it kind of is right close to the door into the suite and the bathroom there. But the bed was very comfortable. It wasn't your standard cruise ship bed at all. It was just like cloud nine. It was a really comfy bed, and having a little, my husband uses a scooter, so having a little more room for him to navigate, it was great. And we had then the seating area, which also translates to Kathy's bedroom because the couch, of course, folds out, and able to do that. And it was quite comfy, and a very spacious area as well. So it was really very, very spacious. We enjoyed. I talked about the pool deck. I was up there. This is on day one, just kind of prowling around and getting acquainted a little bit with the ship and what was up there. And so we this is a private pool area for the Yacht Club members only. On around the corner from that, at the end, you can't see that I'm facing there. There's a bar and buffet where you can pick up snacks pretty much uh, all day long. If you want the bar area here, they always have some kind of snacks out there, light meals. And behind that, around the corner, there is a huge whirlpool tub that you can use, as well as there are a couple of other uh, hot tub, just standard ordinary hot tubs that you see on the cruise ships. Huge sun decks. You had space where you have the pergolas over it. You had some chases that were in the shade, some that were set up for sun, but very expansive area here. Really, three sides of this deck had seating, and we never saw it feel crowded at all there. It was very, very adequate for the number of people in the yacht club. Uh, Daily little extras. It was fun. Thought I'd show you this one too. This is Kathy. She's looking up there. She's up there by the big whirlpool there that is up on the sun deck, and that was really neat. The lounge was really great. They have early morning snacks out there where you can get a little uh, Danish or continental breakfast. Kathy loved it. She's an early riser. Not this chick. I'm not going to be up there to see the sunrise, but Kathy, she's usually up at 5:30 or something, and she would sneak out of the room and go to the lounge area, and the gal there who kind of manages the beverages and so forth in that area quickly knew what Kathy liked. She would have, when she saw her come in, she would bring her cappuccino, and when she saw it was getting low, she'd bring her the second one. So the service was superb. It was just the right tone. It was solicitous, it was intuitive, it was right on the mark, but it wasn't overbearing, it wasn't cloying. You never felt like you just wanted somebody to kind of get out of your face and leave you alone. Wasn't like that at all. They just strike the right tone. They know just how to take care of your needs and make you feel special and looked after, but not like you're being smothered or just being overdone. I loved that. It was really good. We got daily little extras. Those are so nice. Some kind of little, there might be cupcakes in the room, or some little gummies or some chocolates. Every day it was something different. And we had a big bottle of a certain kind of alcoholic beverage that we don't indulge in. We had our choice of several to get a bottle of this, and that came as part of the package as well. The Wi-Fi, I have to say, was outstanding, very, very good. I wish I wanted to record this while I was on board. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough to handle the recording of this. I had to wait until I got back home. But other than that, my internet, my emails, and everything, they went without a hitch. It was just like, really just like being at home. It was that comfortable and uh, that fast, and no issues, none of that watching the wheel spin or anything like. Now, I thought I'd tell you, the one thing that I would say, was there a negative? Well, the one thing I think, and this is kind of goes with all of MSC, they need to do a better job with their food. Um, on night one, there was prime rib, and it just really was not. It was not like prime rib. It wasn't like the real thing that we're accustomed to when we order prime rib. And one other night, the service was just very slow. That was the only time we complained. We didn't complain, but the only time we noted any service issue whatsoever. And that was just early on in the cruise. Maybe it was night two, but the food overall, it was good. It was fine. It just wasn't quite where I think for something like a yacht club, where you have this ultra premium experience, it needs to be somewhat better. We had some really good food. We had favorite of mine and my husband's. We love the escargot. That was available one night. Some of the appetizers were really good. I love these Chinese dumplings. And folks, let me tell you, that sauce could cause you to break a sweat. It was this hot sweet, and it was delicious, but it was pretty spicy. But it was very good. Another appetizer, I like the foie gras that we had one night, and that was very good. And this is one of the things that appeared in our room one day, is they brought in this beautiful fruit bowl, and we availed ourselves of several pieces of that. It was a lot of fruit. We couldn't finish it all, but we did eat several pieces of it, and it was all just superb. Loved the little snack one afternoon up at the poolside. I helped myself to a little fruit and a couple of Chinese dumplings, and they were very tasty and very good as well. But what did I really like? Having experienced this, I just would like to tell you what I really liked. First of all, I loved embarkation. I loved being able to just go and not be waiting in a long line to have my passport checked and get my key card and all of those things. Very easy to get on board, having a personal escort with our butler. That was very cool. I loved having the extra space in the room. It was just enough. It was not a huge room, but it was enough for all three of us to share the space and not feel a little claustrophobic. Very, very good. Loved the service. As I said, it hit just the right tone. Not at all overboard or not intrusive, just hit the right note. And that was really nice. There was whenever you think, it would cross your mind, there'd be somebody right there. Somehow they seemed to know that you needed something, and somebody just appeared there to offer help. Dining room staff was amazing. The service was fabulous beginning to the end. I can't say enough about the butler service, the service in the dining room. Everything was just spot on. Another thing I really loved, is with the yacht club, you get access to the thermal area in the spa. And what this has, it has all of the kind of the warm places. Here's Kathy relaxing on one of the heated thermal chairs. Now they only had 3 of these, so kind of hit or miss getting your turn with one of them, because as people do, sometimes they park their stuff there and just disappear. And I saw a couple of times when people just moved the stuff, and good for them. I thought that was the appropriate thing to do. But loved that whirlpool that they had. It was just the right temperature. It was very warm without being too warm. So you could actually be in there for a while and not feel like you just had all you could stand. And it was strong. You felt when you got out of that whirlpool like you had just about had a massage. It was that good. My low back and shoulders, it all just felt amazing. So loved, loved, loved that. Love the internet. Sometimes when I'm on board ships, the internet can be a bit challenging. I have to work, need to check in on clients, answer emails, and so forth. No such problems on this. I loved it. They must get the best of the best when it comes to the internet service on board. Also, you get the reserved theater seating. Oh, I liked this. I just have to tell you, they have about 5 rows in the top of the theater, in the back rows, and there's no bad seats. It's a huge theater. The entertainment is fabulous on this ship. It's really, really outstanding. And there's not a bad seat in the house. And so you have these seats back in the, at the rear of the theater that they have reserved for Yacht Club. And I love that, because the theater is very well attended, and it is sometimes hard to find seats. And it was very easy. We didn't feel like we had to rush through dinner and go galloping up to be there when the doors opened for the theater to get a seat that we liked. It was just, we just waltzed in whenever we finished dinner and got Marvin settled back in the room, because he doesn't usually go to the shows. It was great. And by the way, folks, I just want to make clear, when you're on the Yacht Club, you have access to everything on the ship. You are not confined to the Yacht Club. We enjoyed a lot of the different amenities on board the ship, the entertainment especially. Some of the best entertainment at sea. I really credit MSC for that. That's one of their strong suits. They just have some really excellent entertainment. We enjoyed the theater, all but one. We went pretty much every night. There were 2 nights we didn't go. One night we opted to go back to the back of the ship. There's a club there, a cabaret called the Cabaret. I think it's 3 stories it has there, but they have some excellent entertainment back in that small venue. It's really a good place to check out some acts. They have it kind of just a show that runs for about 4 hours back there, with various acts in and out. And we went to the theater most nights, and the shows were tremendous. They have a really solid group of entertainers on board the ship on the Seashore, and really, really enjoyed those shows. There was only one that I personally didn't care for. I think Kathy thought it was okay, but I just thought there was and he was an entertainer that was brought in. He wasn't part of the ship's troupe. He was an entertainer that was featured there. He did a Michael Bublé tribute, and I just found it to be pretty lame. I just didn't think it had much spark. Certainly the shipboard entertainers, their own troupe, outshone that just tremendously. There was no comparison. But we sat through it. It was fine. It just did not gather um, any real applause for me. I just thought it was kind of ho hum, kind of thing that I think at one point gave cruise ship entertainment a bad name. But those days are over, folks. They really have top notch entertainment on board most of the ships these days. So that was the only one that I thought I wouldn't care to see again. And the last thing that I'm going to share with you that I really liked was disembarkation. I loved that. I just did it this morning, so it's fresh in my memory. Always the worst part of the cruise is getting on and getting off. It's just very tiresome, and it can take you a while to get an elevator because everybody's trying to get off the ship at the same time. But honestly, we had breakfast. It was our normal breakfast served in the private dining room, and afterwards we went down to the private lounge on 16 and just relaxed there. And within about 15 minutes, our butler showed up and escorted us off the ship. We were off the vessel shortly after 8 and through customs and loading our car. I could not believe it. I could do the Yacht Club over again just for that disembarkation process. It was awesome. So, folks, what do I think of Yacht Club? As you can tell, I'm a bit of a fan. I think if it's worth it, yes, if you can afford it on a regular basis, just go for it. Pardon me. Otherwise, if you're up for a splurge, do it once. Tonight, we got a giveaway. Sorry, folks. I'm going to give this away again. I use this myself the last 2 trips I've taken. This passport wallet is absolutely cool. It is so handy. It just holds everything you need. I'm going to give that away. I want you to type in the comments section. If you're listening live only, type in the comments section Yacht Club, YACHT Club, 2 words, Yacht Club, and I'll draw the name of one of our lucky live listeners. You will use this passport wallet. Trust me, it is amazing. I used it when I went to Europe recently, and I used it again on this cruise. It's going to be my constant companion whenever I'm traveling these days. There you have it, folks, my review of the Yacht Club experience with MSC on the seashore. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We appreciate you being out there, and we hope to see you again on another. We're going to be doing this regularly again, so just make us a regular point to stop in on Tuesday evenings at 7:30, and I'll see you there. Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.